Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to Rolynn's Reviews. Hope that everyone had a fantastic Friday. I know I did. We were trying to get out of that school as quickly as possible. The students were ready to go. We were ready to go as well. Do me one small favor, folks, if you will. Please continue to help the channel to grow. Hit that little thumb. That is the like button. That tells YouTube that you are enjoying the content. And we may possibly trigger the YouTube algorithm. And hey, who knows? We may gain some more new family members this evening. Okay. Yeah. So I know my normal bright colors. I don't know, something's going on with StreamYard, as you can see. So I'm not depressed or anything, but my normal bright colors I can't display. So something, I don't know what's going on with StreamYard, but I'll wait until they get themselves situated. Let me see if I can change it to something. Yeah, it won't let me. Okay. Well, it's the best I can do, folks. So I don't know. That's beyond my control. I will do the roll call momentarily. And now, I must be tired because I didn't realize. So Monday is a remote work day. And then I didn't even realize we don't have to go to school Tuesday. So I was like, oh my God, because we're honoring our veterans with Veterans Day. And we know that is definitely big, big, big here at Fort Bragg and Pope Air Force Base. All right, let's go ahead and do the roll call. Mayor, hello. How are you doing? Mayor's here. Greg, hello. My girls, of course. The troublemaker is here. How you doing, my girls? Baldwin Birds, hello. Maga Tamara, how are you doing? Glad you're here. Cher Yelverton, hello, beautiful. Doodlebugs, same to you, Cher. We're glad you're here. Uh, who else did I miss? Monique, hello. Yes. Megan, hello. How are you? Again, we're all the usual suspects are filling up the chat room. And I just wanted to share this because we're still hearing all kinds of lies about what is and isn't going on in reference to the illegal immigrant situation and what's happening with the ICE raids. And they just never cease to amaze me. They will not stop with their lies. So I'm going to share this information with you. Of course, if you look at the title, Chicago mayor caught lying about fake ICE raid at Chicago Daycare. And what have we been talking about, people? They're trying to make these people victims. And so they're trying to make, how you doing, Bach Mari? They're trying to make the federal agents, the ICE agents, the National Guard, whoever, to look as bad as possible and to make themselves the victims. All right. So I'm going to share this first, and then I've been all over Twitter. Twitter has a lot of information. And so we're continuing to expose the great emperor of the Republic of Chicago, Emperor Brandon Johnson. All right. So I'll share this first clip with you. So, Chicago mayor condemns ICE arrest of daycare teacher in front of children, shocked the conscience. Now, again, everything they do is for shock value. They will not tell the truth. So I will play this and then I will give you the truth. Cecilia, how you doing, love? Yes, we're great. We're glad you're here. Those of you who have Facebook, how you doing, Beverly? Those of you who have Truth Social, share this stream out. Maga Randy ended up scrapping that truck, getting a truck from his friend this morning from a 1998 to a 2009. Okay, good, Maga. Hey, all upgrades are welcomed. All right, so listen to the lie that he is spewing from his mouth. And we know if his lips are moving, he is lying. So I will play this for you, and then I will share the truth with you. Here we go.
Before we get started, I just want to talk about what we saw yesterday in North Center. ICE agents entered a daycare. They went inside of a preschool. They tore a teacher out of a classroom in front of their children. That video shocked the conscience of every single Chicagoan across our beloved city. This is not who we are. We most certainly cannot have this in our city or our country. My heart certainly goes out to the 47th Ward, who were deeply appalled and shocked by this kind of incident. Greg Bavino allegedly told the court that this is his effing or blank city. No, Greg, it's not.
It's not yours either.
The city belongs to Chicagoans. Your agents have broken laws. They have acted with impunity. But at the end of the day, we will hold you accountable for the crimes you have committed against our people. Ripping a teacher out of a daycare just further proves that this operation has nothing to do with the, quote, worst of the worst, end quote. The cruelty and the inhumanity that has been on display, that is their point. They're trying to intimidate us, and we certainly see how far they are willing to go. We will continue to push back and resist this tyranny. We will use every single tool at our disposal. We will certainly push to look for additional measures that we can use to enforce our Constitution.
All right, enough of that. Now for the truth. So I'll show you the incident he's actually referencing, because they give you bits and pieces, but they don't give you the full story. That's why I'm here. How you doing, Brenda? Rich, hello. Yes, they use these children as shields. Brenda, that's all they do. And so I was like, oh my God, I'm spending more time on Twitter. So I'm finding even more content, and no integrity, Brenda. Exactly. Rich, how are you? Rich already heard about the story, obviously. So again, the mainstream media spins a story, and we need to share the truth because they're not. All right, let me continue. Let me show you the video. All right, this is from Gregory Royal Pratt. WGN reporter captured a disturbing scene at daycare across the street from Lane Tech High School. All right, so let me share this with you. Federal law enforcement enters North Center Daycare, takes person into custody. And again, she ran into the daycare. So all of these children that they keep saying they're so concerned about, you're talking about all the children are traumatized. She ran into the daycare. That's on her. So that shows you how much she really cares about these children she's screaming about. He didn't tell the whole story as usual. Boom, Mayor. You know it. MAGA. If Democrats cared about children, they wouldn't have had those bye-bye wagons parked outside of Harris rallies. You got that right. All right, so let's watch it. don't know why that officer doesn't have, how you doing, Katrinka? I don't know how he lost his mask, but he should not be out there with his face exposed. Yes, was her passenger there? So I don't know about that, but hit the like button for me, please, folks. I'm saying oh my God, look at what they're doing in front of the children. You ran into the daycare. The children did not come to you. You went to them. And so this has been their pattern. And this lady, she's a Venezuelan migrant, 19-year-old, not 19-year-old. What's her name? I have another Twitter page pulled up, but I will let me see if I can find that Twitter page. I have several Twitter pages pulled up, but the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, has pushed back against viral social media claims that Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, conducted a daycare raid in Chicago, stressing that the footage, now this is from ICE and the Department of Homeland Security. How you doing, Richard? Yes, Richard. The footage in question shows a traffic stop related arrest, not an operation inside a preschool. She ran into the daycare like that was going to protect her. Officials say Colombian national Diana Patricia Santillana Galeano tried to evade law enforcement, fled into the vestibule. So this is on her, of a Spanish immersion daycare, and recklessly endangered the children that she says she loves. So I guess she thought, well, I'll run in here with the children. They will leave me alone. They will go away. Yeah, Richard, glad you're here, love. Everyone hit that like button for me. Thank you. In the UK, we're prepared to eat grass for the greater good of all. Boom. DHS emphasized that the arrest was targeted. So they targeted her, but she ran. Stemmed from her being previously released at the border under the Biden area policies. And we know the borders are the Curry Queen. She was MIA. Was not aimed at preschool, the children, or the teacher. But again, they don't tell you the full story. So in responding to the claims, DHS condemned what it described as deliberately misrepresenting the facts, like they have since this whole ordeal began. They reiterated that work authorization alone does not confer legal status for remaining in the U.S. I'm trying to keep up with your comments. MAGA. People had time to get legalized. If they chose not to, I don't feel sorry for them, especially people that have been here legally for decades. But MAGA, I was astounded to find out how many people are here. They've been here for years and they never took the time to obtain their papers, the proper paperwork. So I'm with you. Sorry, not sorry. And so the agency stressed that more than 70% of ICE arrests involve aliens with pending charges or convictions, underscoring its focus on criminal illegal immigration rather than targeting innocent employees or children. But if you're here illegally, you're still a criminal. Boom. That's the part they keep leaving out. So they're not targeting children. So politicians are lying. If you're just coming in, I played the great emperor of Chicago, Brandon Johnson. You know, he never tells the full truth. So I'm telling it. So politicians are lying on ICE agents as usual. They did not target a daycare center. So this is the same pattern that they've been using since this started. They weaponize children. They hide behind them because the optics looks bad. Makes ICE, makes federal agents, makes the troops look bad. Oh my God, look at what they're doing in front of the children. This is a PR nightmare, folks. Richard, never in his life. No. Richard said a daycare teacher is not a real teacher, no credentials. Boom. So this is what they do. They use these children as human shields. Okay, so again, and she, as you can see, she was resisting arrest. When they tried to arrest her, she ran. Just comply. And of course, they're trying to make Trump look bad, Holman, mass deportation, all of this. All right. So we don't want to hear it. And let me show you where we are. So I just shared that with you. I can close. Well, I'm not going to close this. I'm going to move this over because you might want to go back and look at this. Okay. How many of you are familiar with Congresswoman Delia Ramirez? So she has been doing a lot lately. And let me tell you what she's saying. And she's talking about, oh my God, how this is horrible. And she's not telling the truth either. And she's just making these people out to be victims, and they're being victimized. And so let me show you her page. Oh my goodness. Hit the like button, please, folks, so we can continue to grow. Delia Ramirez, here we are. So this was her take on it. So, Richard, she ran into the daycare for cover like a boss does. No matter if you're illegal or not, you run from a traffic stop, they will make an example of you. Boom. Brenda, and when we had Jayapal saying that coming over our border and swimming the Rio Grande isn't a crime when it's a crime. Yes, it's either it's a crime or it's not. So this morning, this is Congresswoman Delia Ramirez. This morning, ICE unlawfully, which is a lie. She's starting off lying. How you doing, Rusty? Okay, so Rusty's here. Let me speak to Rusty since he's just joining us. Unlawfully so look at the words that they're using. Kidnapped a daycare worker in front of parents and children. We're demanding accountability for every way that DHS is violating our rights, breaking the law, and acting with impunity. We must resist. Okay? And so let me see, which one is this? Hold on. So hold on. Okay. So here I think was a news conference where they were talking about, oh my God, a preschool daycare teacher was abducted. That they're using the terms kidnapped. And so this was let me see, I forgot where it was exactly, where she was actually talking about it. All right. And she's not being truthful either. So they just come up here. Okay, here we go. And I'll let you hear some of that. All right. So again, we're familiar with this, and we know that this is how they operate, and they will not tell the truth to save their lives. All right. So
this woman is a trusted, loved member of her.
So listen, this is the woman they're speaking about who's here illegally. And well, you hear some more about her. Just hold on. How wonderful it would be if they stood up for American citizens like this. Wow. Must be nice. So that's Delia Ramirez, right? The Congresswoman right there. Okay. Here he goes.
Good afternoon. Thank you all for joining us this afternoon. What started off as a normal day for the students, parents, and teachers at Rayuto de Sol Spanish Immersion Early Learning Center.
Now I need for you to listen to what he says and what he does not say. So they always add their spin, right? Here we go.
Quickly devolved into a nightmare. This morning, ICE agents followed a teacher into the facility without a warrant and abducted her in front of her students. This woman is a trusted, loved member of her community with a work permit.
They never say that they're American citizens. They will not use the term illegal. Oh my God, bite your tongue.
Who has dedicated her life to caring for children. What happened today at Rayito del Sol has left children, their families, and the community traumatized. Let me be clear. No child should ever be terrorized in their school.
And again, he will not talk about this lady ran into the school evading ICE. She was committing another crime. But he's just talking about how wonderful she is. The kids did not have to see that. MAGA, just absurd, but it is the left. Anybody else wonder if we already right, MAGA? Yes, Robert. And why just tell if they told the full story, I could halfway listen to them, but they will not. They put a spin on it and tell the full story. They didn't go into, they made it seem like the ICE went in there like gangbusters and just grabbed the woman and the children were traumatized. She ran into the daycare. That's her fault.
No parent should ever have to explain to their child why their teacher was dragged away by armed officers. And no teacher should fear that showing up to work to care for and educate kids could result in their arrest. This is a parent's worst nightmare. You drop your kids off at daycare or school every day and assume they're going to be safe. This is violation of public trust and should send shivers down the spine of every parent. Prior to this administration, DHS had clear guidelines against conducting enforcement in sensitive locations like schools, daycares, and places of worship. Today's incident shows not only a blatant disregard for those norms, it shows this administration's contempt for public safety.
He shouldn't even use the words public safety in his mouth in Chicago, because we know there has been no public safety in Chicago for over 50 years. So stop with these lies. Marv, how you doing? I think you're new here. Welcome, love. Hit that like button if you're enjoying the content and hit the subscribe button. We'd be glad to have you.
And a complete lack of humanity. To the families, educators, and neighbors who have joined us today, thank you for your courage and your support. We see you, and we are standing with you. We are calling for immediate answers and accountability from the Department of Homeland Security. We will not be silent while educators, parents, business owners, and other essential members of the community are treated like criminals. What happened here today is unacceptable.
You are a criminal if you're in the country illegally, so stop it. They're mincing words here, folks, as usual.
And we will not allow it to continue. I'd now like to bring on a representative of Rayito del Sol and a parent of a child at the facility, Maria Guzman.
Thank you, Representative. My name is Maria Guzman. I am, as the representative said, a parent at Rayito del Sol. I am also an employee for the city of Chicago, and I am a proud daughter of immigrants of this country. And what has happened today is domestic terrorism. It is a violation of our rights. It is a violation of these children's rights. It is a violation of these teachers' rights who have a right to work.
But she's in the country illegally. She ran into the daycare. How you doing, Bobby? Welcome. Rita, hello, love. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, Greg, you can see through the clown show. Right. Send in the clowns. Hit the like button, folks. If you're not already subscribed, today is your day. We are ready, willing, and able to welcome you to the Rolynn Reviews family. How you doing, Baldwin? Thank you for welcoming everyone. Thank you.
In this country and care for our most vulnerable kids. What they are doing is terrorizing our community, terrorizing our culture. These children who have pride in their culture, the parents who are not Latin American or speak Spanish are bringing these children to this daycare because they want their kids to have access to diversity, access to other experiences. That is what founded this country. We are a country of immigrants, and it is absurd.
Yes, but we're supposed to be a country of legal immigrants, not illegal immigrants. You can't say, well, this is right over here. This is either it's right or it's wrong. Okay. How you doing, Doreen? Yes, Doreen. That's why I'm exposing it. Those of you who just came in, I've already played the clip of Emperor Brandon Johnson of Chicago. He's already told his lies, and now we're listening to some more.
And horrific that they have now targeted our daycare centers. Are folks not concerned about this? This is horrific. They have crossed a line. Our school.
Those just joining us, they were trying to apprehend this woman, and she fled and ran into the daycare. So they did not go into the daycare after her until she fled. So it's not like they showed up. They're not telling the full story. Right, Doreen? So that's why we're here, so we can get the truth out, because they're spreading all kinds of untruths across the internet.
Schools, our libraries, our churches should be safe places for our children. As parents, what do we tell our children? That those who are in law enforcement are folks who they should be scared of? We have communities who have had that fear forever. How is that okay with folks who are watching this? If you have just sat on the sidelines and watched this happen to other people, they are coming after all of our children. We all need to activate and ensure that this is something that does not.
I'm not doing anything. I'm sitting at home. Maya's sisters, I haven't seen you in a while. I hope everything is okay. Anthony Hood, good day, love. Good day. Hit that like button. All right, we have some new folks in here. Deport, deport, deport. Boom. Yes, Maya. Maya, I am sick of these lies. Anthony, if you're new here, let me know. Richard, thank you for the super chat, love. I appreciate your support. Richard, I'm sending you some hearts as we speak. And don't go anywhere, folks. When I'm done with this story, I have to tell you about a illegal Venezuelan who gunned down, who hunted like he was a hunter and shot some teenagers. Anthony, you're new. Okay, Anthony. Everyone, welcome Anthony to the Rolynn's Reviews family. And I am speaking to you now in the comment section. Welcome. We're glad to have you. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure it is on all notifications. Anthony, here on this channel, we expose the lies and the hypocrisy of the left. We are now discussing how the left, Emperor Johnson and Congress people, you name it, they are telling all kinds of lies on the ICE agents, the federal agents. They are throwing rocks, literally, and hiding their hands. And we're here exposing what's really going on. Tijuana Border Jumper, how are you doing, love? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Anthony, if you're all about the truth, love, you're in the right place. We expose the hypocrisy of the left, and everything that they say is a lie. And we talk about it on here. So we're glad you're here. I can drop some, before you leave, I'll drop some other videos. We talk about them frequently on this channel. All right, Tijuana, good deal. All right, here we go. So those just joining us, they're not telling the truth about this situation. Just like since this ordeal began, they have been telling all kinds of lies. Tina, the Venezuelan that killed Lake and Riley, was hunting women before he was found. Boom. They won't talk about these hideous crimes that these people are committing. So we as content creators have to talk about it. Exactly. Right, Tina? Okay, here we go.
Continue happening. As the representative of the parent group of Ayito, both current parents and former parents, this is a community. This is a family of teachers who care for our children in the most unimaginable way possible.
And Anthony, they're telling us, oh, we all need to get out here in the streets and protest, or they're coming for your children next. This is what I voted for. I'm not going and protesting for anything. President Trump, Tom Homan, do your thing. It's time that we take care of American citizens. We dealt with Jim Crow Joe Biden and the Curry Queen for 4 years, and they did nothing for Americans. And some people are talking, well, I thought Trump was going to do this. I thought Trump was going to do that. It takes time. Do you know how much crap he had to clean up? Give the man some time. He can't do everything overnight. It's a shame people only matter if they fit into the Democratic narrative. Boom, MAGA. Yes. Brenda, yes, talk about it. It has many layers to it. And all of these freaking judges. Oh my God. I can't with these people. I want all of these illegal monsters out of our country. Yes, Tina, come in legally. They forget there's a new sheriff in town. Anthony, I say, this is what I voted for. I want someone in the White House who will put Americans first. For far too long, Democrats have had Americans on the back burner. So now we have someone who's putting America first. And that's how I feel about that. And I tell people, no, Trump is not perfect. He is a human being. But this is what I voted for, and I am not complaining. Kill, how you doing, love? Good evening to you. Welcome again. And we're exposing the lies. They're trying to make it seem like ICE and the federal agents, oh my God, they're doing all of these horrible things. Trump gave you an opportunity to self-deport. Doreen, this is what I voted for. Boom. If this is what you voted for, type a 1 in the comment section, folks. And so sorry, not sorry. This is what I wanted. Do you see all of the jobs that are opening up to Americans now that Trump and Holman are deporting many of these illegals? This is what we need. Americans first. Mayor, no, they did not protest when Obama deported more people in American history than anyone ever. The Dems never opened their mouths. Yes, Anthony, they were flying them in. They had an app on their phone. So I don't care how much crying they do and saying, please, everyone needs to come out and protest. I'm not going out to protest anything. This is what I voted for. Trump is America first. Is he perfect? No, he is not. But I like the job he's doing. He's opening up so many jobs for Americans. Anthony, you were not here. I did a few videos on some of these places that they've raided. And Mississippi, which has historically been one of the poorest states, I did a video and ICE went through there, and I forgot how many people they deported, but it was a large amount. You should have seen all of those men in there filling out applications. And some of the young Black men said, we've never had access to these jobs. And some of these employers, they're taking advantage of these illegals. Now, since Trump is in office and Holman is trying to get these people out of here, they're working these people, and then sometimes they're not paying them. They're saying, you better get out of here or I'm calling ICE. And sometimes they're calling ICE so they don't have to pay these people. Anthony, there are many layers to this issue. And they were brought here by the Democrats to replace Americans. And they're trying to hold on to these people, Anthony, like they tried to hold on to the slaves. These are our people. Who's going to clean at the hotels? Slavery is over, but they were the same people, right, that did not want slavery to end because they said Africans at that time were their people. Well, they're saying that about these illegals, right? How you doing, Tijuana? Thank you for the super chat. Tijuana says, not sorry, not sorry. President Trump said he's given us the ball. He said he cannot do it all. It's up to us, we the people, to take it back. Boom. Tijuana, I'm sending you some hearts. Yes, I like the job he's doing. And again, regardless of who you vote for, you're not going to like every single thing that they do. But I will say, I like what he's doing. He said he was going to do this. And yes, Richard, thank you for the super chat love. I am sending you some hearts as well. All of you, I appreciate your support. Those of you who are watching, those of you who send the super chats, all of your support is very much appreciated. Yes, Robert, I will. And again, anyone who's watching who hasn't chimed in, I am not anti-immigrant, but I am pro-American. And I say, take care of Americans first. And then if there's something left, then we can discuss helping someone else. MAGA. Taxes are slavery. If you think about it, our masters just sit home on the couch collecting SNAP and Section 8. Boom. Yes, I really hope that I wish that President Trump would just kill the EBT program, kill the Section 8 program, start over. He's also returning our money that has been stolen. Anthony's new here. He knows what's going on. Yes, he is. Rusty said, we love legal immigrants. Boom. And I have friends that have done it legally. And I know there are a lot of legal immigrants that they want them out of here too. They're like, And they'll tell you how much money they had to pay and all the hoops they had to jump through. And then these people come over here, get $10,000 a month in food stamps, living in 3-4 star hotels for free. What? No. Here we go.
This is like our grandparents who care, our aunts and our cousins who care for these children. And they have a right to feel safe at their place.
They can have the right to feel safe. Go home, go back home, and you'll be real safe. You don't have to worry about ICE, Tom Homan, Trump, any of these people. Pack up and go home. Trump gave you that option.
Of work. As parents, we demand the immediate release of this teacher to her family and to her community. That learning environments are viewed as sacred spaces where our children and their teachers don't have to worry about abductions and violence.
If you're not illegal, you don't have to worry about those things, ma'am. In the latter days, you will be feeding your enemies. Boom. It's no secret that we're being replaced by the illegals because Democrats need their vote. Yeah, a lot of people are done with the Democrats, okay? And yes, we know we just had some elections, but hey, we have to wait. We have to get ready for the midterm elections, but we'll see how that goes. Yes, Robert, I agree.
Children should never have to witness such horrors, and schools should be safe. There were children in the building. There were babies in the building. They came into the building understanding it was a daycare. Federal agents have to be held accountable for entering the establishment without consent. They did not have a warrant. They did not have a warrant. This terror needs to end. ICE is terrorizing our country. This administration is terrorizing our country. How is the leader of this country, who many of our parents came here because they wanted a better future for their kids, how is President Trump okay with this happening? This is not okay. And all of the representatives who are still in support of him, absolutely horrific. These folks were...
Good question. Rusty said, is she not worried about the criminal that came into the building? Boom. Well, Rusty, they pick and choose. If they're here illegally, they're not criminals. They want a better life. Yeah, that's why we spent billions of dollars on food stamps, free housing, free health care, but they came for a better life. They came to take. You had Jim Crow Joe Biden, the Curry Queen, right, Anthony? Thank you, Anthony. Say it again for the people in the back. Yes, Rita. Oh my God, he's a disgrace. He's an absolute disgrace. Running from Rusty. She's here illegally. She was running to flee arrest. Yes, but they don't mention that. That's why we're talking about this. Yes, Maya, I hope so.
Willing to leave children unattended. They took a teacher and could have left children unattended. Think about that. For those of you who have children in daycare or at school. Is it okay for them to just come in? Absolutely not. We need action. We need people to do and support our community, our Spanish-speaking community, our Latino teachers, daycare workers. Community is horrified. If you speak Spanish in front of one of these folks, you're a target. I have raised my children to believe that it is something to be proud of, that their grandparents came here to build all of us a better life. How is it possible? What do I tell them now? What do I tell my children?
You tell them don't break the laws.
That they have to be embarrassed of their culture, that they have to hide and run because they cannot speak Spanish? I have raised my children to speak in Spanish because I am so proud. Everything that I have stood on and everything that I have done is falling apart. And we need all of you who are not part of this community to join us.
Representative Deli Ramirez, before she begins, I want to thank my staff, and I know that she does as well. Our staffs are all working virtually around the clock, never more earning their pay. And tragically, they're not getting paid. So we want to thank them, and I'd like to bring on Deli Ramirez.
Thank you, Congressman. You heard Maria just a moment ago. I was with her in the daycare this morning.
All right, this is the Congresswoman that we were talking about. So let's listen to her lies.
As I wrapped up a live interview, I got calls that I needed to rush to the daycare. I talked to the parents that were there who said, I'm on my way to drop off my 15-month-old toddler at the parking lot. I see federal masked agents taking someone and rushing into the place that is sacred for my children.
Share. The police were trying to apprehend her. She ran. She fled into the daycare. So ICE did not show. They're making it appear as if ICE showed up like gangbusters to the facility. That's not what happened. Had it not been for this woman running into the daycare, this would not have happened. So this is all one big lie. They do all of this to try and make ICE look bad. That's all it is about. That's it. Whatever happened to E-Verify? Tijuana, that doesn't apply to the left. They don't have to verify anything. They just spew lies all day. Thank you for the super chat. I'm just sending you some more hearts, love. Thank you for your support. Yeah, Tijuana. Yeah, the whole story is, they were trying to apprehend her. She fled into the daycare, but they're not telling the whole story. She was fleeing from the police. She was eluding arrest. My girl, you know, real low T, you know that. Facts. Boom.
As I walked in and I talked to the teachers, one of them pregnant, afraid.
Brenda, that's what makes me angry. You're here, you don't want to leave. And if you look, those of you who've been here for a while, I've done multiple videos on these protests. How you doing, Rachel? Good evening, love. And you see more flags from Venezuela, Mexico, all kinds of countries. And usually when you see an American flag, they're spitting on it, they're burning it, they're stepping on it. Or it's upside down, which is a form of disrespect. So Trump is trying to help you get back to the country that you seem to love, but you don't want to go back to. Make it make sense. Sherry Elverton, I just wondered if she worked there. I know she was fleeing the cops. It's actually worse if she actually worked there. She did work there, Sheriff, from my understanding. So, yeah, that was what I gathered. Okay. Thank you so much, Rachel. We're still trying to expose the truth, love, because there's so many lies out here. You know, it's even worse now with AI. So, now she's talking about, one of the women in there were pregnant. Well, again, this lady ran into the daycare. Thank you so much, Rach. Here we go.
The impact from today, going and hiding.
So I guess one of the people that was working there who's pregnant now, I guess she's devastated. I don't know. Was she going to lose the baby? What? All of this victimhood. They don't realize the Rolyn's Reviews YouTube channel has canceled the Victimhood Olympics 2025 and beyond. Dial 1-800. Who cares?
Another one, someone that I personally know, hiding with a child she was taking care of because she was afraid that she may die today while protecting and taking care of someone else's children. This is the force called Department of Homeland Security under Secretary Christy Noem, an agency of terror. What happened today is despicable. It's unconscionable.
It sure is despicable. That woman, that criminal, fleeing arrest, trying to avoid the police, ran into a daycare with children. That sure was despicable.
It's unacceptable. And as the only member of Congress in this delegation in the Committee of Homeland Security, in the Committee of Jurisdiction, I want you to know that I'm going to be working with every one of my colleagues here, filing an investigation immediately of what's happening. There's also a bill that you should know about. It's called the Protecting Sensitive Locations Bill that we have filed in Congress. Yeah, Democrats don't have the majority. You don't have to be a Democrat to look at what happened today at Rayito del Sol and know that it was unacceptable. You don't have to be a Democrat to take your kids to a particular daycare. This could happen to anyone. And so there's about 100 members of Congress on the bill, and there's 215 Democrats in Congress. Today, as someone who's personally related to people who are being impacted right now, I call every one of my colleagues to sign on to that bill immediately. I also understand that we have a responsibility. We need to make sure that people understand that these businesses have rights, and we are going to do everything we can to help them.
They have rights. They better not have illegals in there, because who knows, they're going to be deported. Somebody called Tom Holman. Anthony, guess who might lose their seats? Boom. You got that right, Anthony.
Uphold those rights. Those agents not just rushed in, they went in other rooms. Sorry that I'm stuttering because I'm still living the footage that I saw. They didn't just walk in chasing one person. They went into multiple rooms asking and looking for teachers while children were present. This is an agency that...
Rachel, you don't come here often, but when you do, you drop some truth bombs. Rachel says, always victimize, no responsibility. Rachel, yes, exactly. Exactly. Tijuana said, cry me a river. Right. This is what we voted for. I'm not crying. I'm not marching. I'm just sitting back and relaxing.
Has gone rogue. And it's an agency that believes that as long as they can cover their face, they can get away with anything. It is why this immediate press conference was so important and why all of us are here, with the parents, with teachers, with someone who I just talked to an hour ago, and she said, Delia, I don't think I can go back to work tomorrow. I don't know that I'm safe, but I'm so...
You are safe if your paperwork is in order. Hit that like button for me, folks. We're almost to 60 likes. I love it. So yeah, if your paperwork is in order, what are you concerned about?
Proud that we protected those kids while we were there, because their number one priority is the care of our children. So look, we have a lot of work to do, and we're going to do it. I refuse to take any excuses that Democrats are in the minority, because this is a party of opposition to what we're seeing in the streets, and it is our responsibility to use every single tool at our disposal. And it's also incredibly important that we're doing this work in an intergovernmental collaboration. And that's why I'm so grateful for the leadership of our state legislators, our city council members, and others who are here with us today. no one else than an immigration attorney that happens to also be my state.
How you doing, Patriot Roy? Welcome, love. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Isaiah, hello, love. How are you? This is what we voted for. It's called accountability. Boom. And we have a few new people here. And let me tell you this, Anthony, look, we need to lay this at the feet of the Biden-Harris administration. They created this mess and they're gone. And this is what the Democrats do. They leave you high and dry. They're gone. And you listen to their lies. Anthony, can I get an amen? You listen to Jim Crow Joe Biden. You listen to the Curry Queen. Come one, come all those who are heavy laden. I'll give you rest. I'll give you food stamps. I'll give you free rent. I'll give you free health care. So some of these people had to go through 3, 4, 5, 6 other countries to get here. Okay? So why did you come here? You had other countries you could have stopped in. You came here because you were told what you were going to receive. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you. You were told the land flowing with milk and honey, but only for illegals, nothing for American citizens. And that's been my issue with this from the start. Richard, what's hilarious is that this story has a quickly fizzled due to all the lies. Boom. Yeah, they come out, they tell a pack of lies. And even when people like myself come out with the truth, they never come back and retract anything. They just keep on going with the more lies. Monique, they left Trump with this mess. Right. And because you hear some people grumbling, complaining, well, Trump said he was going to do this. It takes time. Secure the border, deport all illegals, and none of this will be going on. Boom. Rusty, has anyone seen the Fox movie trailer for Shaniqua's Loot? I haven't. Rusty, sounds like it's funny. Right, Tina? And they're here illegally. The illegals get more money on their SNAP and EBT cards. Yeah. Brenda, you've been here. I have done videos on that. And sometimes they've left their receipt behind. And Americans went and made TikToks showing, right, that they had $10,000, $13,000. I mean, big bucks. No, it's not, Tina. It is not a free for all. I can't stand it when they say the people. They don't talk to any people. Nope, they sure don't.
Representative who just recently passed legislation to protect our daycares from ICE. And so I'd like to introduce to you now Representative Lydia Jimenez. Thank you so much to Congressman Quigley, to Congresswoman Lydia Ramirez for acting so fast, bringing us together today. What I want to say is that this day, unfortunately, is not unusual for many of us who are working in the community. Every day we get calls like this, whether it's a healthcare center the other day, my son's school, multiple times throughout the month, and today a daycare center.
So she's talking about all the places that ICE is pulling up on. And so again, I'm glad. Rusty, Miss Rolynn, please Google Shaniqua's Loot. Okay, let me write this down. Rusty, let me write this down so I can check this out, because you make sure you come back tomorrow when I go live. How you doing, Vicky? And I'll let you know what I thought about it. It's called, let me see, Shaniqua's Loot. Is that on YouTube? How you doing, Vicky? These leeches make me sick. Deport, deport, deport. Boom. Yeah, and then they come over here and they're hostile to Americans, calling Americans lazy. I mean, if you're so great, go back and build up the country you fled from. Boom. Hit the like button for me, please, folks. There we go. All right, here we go.
We are not okay. This type of trauma that's being put on our community is going to take all of us to change. In the Illinois State Legislature, we work together. We work together to pass HB 1312, which has a number of provisions, and the provision that I championed was regarding child care centers. Because so many people didn't know that we were going to get to this point. But unfortunately, some of us saw the writing on the wall. Some of us listened and believed them when they said the things that they said. This weekend, our president said they haven't gone far enough. I'm sure people heard that. They haven't gone far enough. I don't know if it rang a bell for all of you. When I saw those words, I almost shut down because I have been living it for the last.
Maya, she was illegal. Her children are illegal. The police were trying to apprehend her. How you doing, Jason? She fled the police. She ran into the daycare. So any trauma that any of the workers or children received, they can thank her for running into the daycare center.
30 to 60 days. And I understand that what he's telling these officers is to go harder, to be more vicious, to degrade these communities even more. And it's horrific and it's scary. And we're trying to ring the alarm bell here. That's why we're here. That's why you hear our voices trembling. But we are here because we are strong. In the Illinois legislature, we passed that bill. We passed that bill with a majority. And what it will do is instruct community centers, daycare centers, to understand what their rights are, to understand that they must lock the doors, to understand that they must train their staff, to understand that they must have conversations with family members, that they must have emergency contact information on file, that they must know what to do. Not if, but what we're seeing when parents are taken away, like we saw today. So we had the foresight, Latino Policy Forum, Illinois Coalition on Refugee Rights, the Illinois Legislature, the House, the Senate, and very soon the governor. The governor will be signing that bill. He has told us he will be signing it. And I invite you all to be there that day because we must continue to stand together in Illinois to show the rest of the country who we are and who they must emulate. Because Illinois is on the forefront of saving our communities and taking care of our communities. And with that, I'd love to introduce Commissioner Bridget Degnan.
First, I'd like to thank Congressman Quigley for bringing us all here together. This is a huge showing in such a short time after such a terrible, terrible tragedy that happened this morning. So good afternoon. My name is Bridget Degnan. I'm the Cook County Commissioner in the 12th District, which covers parts of Chicago's north and northwest side. The events that took place this morning in Vallecito del Sol are absolutely horrifying. As a mother, as a North Center resident, and as a person with basic empathy, I'm appalled at what has become the abhorrent treatment of our neighbors daily. Child care centers used to be considered protected locations, alongside churches and hospitals, keeping access to basic services free from fear. Trump and his Gestapo have made it clear that they believe no place is sacred. They've also made it clear that the legality of their actions has never really mattered. This morning's abduction shows no clear sign of a warrant, and ICE agents were observed violently dragging the Vallecito del Sol employee out from the building. As the woman was forced into an arrest, she can be heard telling the agents that she has papers, a status that should be seen normally as a simple inquiry and confirmation, rather than a violent incident.
Beanie, how you doing, love? Welcome. How you doing, Jeremiah? Welcome, love. Oh yeah, Jeremiah, I know you're moving and getting things set up, so I know you haven't been attending, but that's okay. We know you'll get back to us when you can. Thank you for dropping in tonight. Beanie says daycare door should have been locked. That's the standard in my community. They're supposed to be, Beanie. They are.
This administration, and let's be clear, administration is a word we normally use to think about the administration of justice, something that is fair. This is a regime. This regime believes itself to be above the law, above decency, and has no regard for the trauma they inflict. So where does this leave us? We know organized community efforts are working. Every single person that is assisting with rapid response, handing out whistles, and engaging in school patrols is making the objective of these agents more difficult to achieve. Our state and local governments are stepping up through measures like the recently passed HB 1312, executive orders prohibiting ICE from using county and city property, and barring ICE from arresting our neighbors at courthouses without a judicial warrant. Protecting our courthouses, like protecting our neighbors, is a foundation of our sense of justice, and it is especially critical at the moment. We're going to have to fight tooth and nail to hold these immigration agents accountable, and the way that we do that is through our courts. So I urge everyone to continue to document with as much detail as possible, to engage in Court Watch, to support legal aid groups and the Illinois Coalition for Immigrant and Refugee Rights, and to each and every one of you to know your rights. Last night across the nation, we experienced a surge in hope. Affirmation that this country does not want to be subject to the cruelty of the Trump regime. That we do not just desire, but we demand and we deserve a nation that is one of morality and care for our neighbors. While we continue to experience these targeted attacks on our communities, we must let hope guide us, inspire us, and invigorate us, because this fight is far from over. I'd like to next invite up my good friend, County Commissioner Jessica Vasquez.
Good afternoon.
So we're just listening to all of this crap. My girls, I did not realize that your rich was gone. Type something now, my girls. Brenda. My girl, yeah, my girls, who knows what happened? I think you're good now. Did you hear me, my girls? How you doing, Summer Shield? This is why we want them to go home. Lying. Boom. How does a brother get a ratchet wrench? What do you mean ratchet wrench? Richard. You just become a moderator. Mayor, I didn't realize, my girls, how long has your rich been gone? Yes, Robert. As the channel grows, we're always adding moderators because we get more trolls coming in with foolishness. Okay, my girls, I think you're squared away now. Okay. Yeah. Anytime something like that happens and I don't recognize it, or I'm so tired I don't see it, just let me know. I'll take care of it. I got you. Yeah, because I didn't change anything. That was YouTube. What did you do, my girls? All right, here we will listen to a little more of this, and then I have some other videos I want to play for you on Twitter, and then we're done. I'm going to show you. I need to show you this woman. Hold on. Now wait. I'm going to show you her picture. So again, I'm going to give you her story. And they're just trying to make you feel, oh my God, look at what they're doing. Okay, yeah, I just pulled it up. All right, here it is. I have her name. Yeah, I have her mugshot. So this is the woman who says that she loves children so much that she ran into, she did that on purpose. She knew what she was doing. All right. Let me see. All right. So we're done with that. Yeah. Let me show a little bit more of this video. Then I have a couple of other videos I want to share with you. And then we are done. If you missed the initial videos, make sure you do the replay. If not, you may be a little bit lost. And then I'm going to talk, before we leave, just a little info about 19-year-old Venezuelan Daniel Navas Mavier. He was charged with first-degree murder, where he hunted down these 15-year-old and a 12-year-old. Yeah, but these people, they're just here for a better life. Okay. All right. Let me see what she's saying. Hit the like button.
My name is Jessica Vasquez. I'm 8th District Cook County Commissioner. First, I'd like to thank Congressman Quigley, Congresswoman Delia Ramirez for all the support that they're providing to our communities. I will say that, a lot has already been said about what occurred this morning. To Representative Rolynn Jimenez's point, we have been seeing.
All right. Let me see what else someone is saying. Okay. What's this guy saying?
Excitement that provides my kids when we're walking to school every day, because they know what awaits them. It's not just learning their ABCs or learning math. It is learning how to be a kind and decent person.
All right, we're tired of listening to these people and their lies. Let me show Saria, how you doing? I'm going to show you the lady, her mugshot. Okay. And boo hoo hoo. Chuck Schumer gave the letter to the president talking about the GOP healthcare shutdown. How you doing, Paulina? They claim it's for the children. It's really a tactic to play on emotion. Paulina, you're just joining us. This is what they've been doing since this whole fiasco started. Victimhood is real, but they don't realize we have canceled the victimhood Olympics and we don't care. Okay? These speeches are more about their feelings than what's truly good for our country. Ego can be incredibly powerful. Yes. How about learning how to obey the law? Boom. That's a concept. Where are we? Where's Richard? Richard, are you still here? Patriot, congrats, Tina. Yeah. All right, let me take this guy down. I know you're sick of him. Let me show you how this woman, let me show you her mugshot. This is the woman that says she loves children so much. Here we go. And that's all you can do, Tina. DHS sources provide information on the Colombian woman arrested at a daycare in the Chicago area. There you are, Richard. Okay. Where are we? Okay. All right, Richard. She was arrested at a daycare in the Chicago area, saying she was caught at the border. And listen to this, folks. So again, you heard all of these speeches. They didn't say anything about this. Okay, so I'm telling you now. Okay. She was caught at the border and released in 2023. How you doing, fellow boo? Okay, we're glad you're here. Hit the like button, love. And she then had her children smuggled into the U.S. as unaccompanied children after entering illegally in the El Paso, Texas area last month. So this woman continues to break the law. They then sent the kids up to UAC unaccompanied alien child shelter in the Chicago area where they currently are today. So this is what she did with her actual children. We're glad you're here, Paulina. Thank you. Tijuana Border Jumper, thank you for your super chat. Tijuana says, thank you, Rolynn. I get so much relief getting to laugh instead of getting upset. Yeah, Tijuana, we have to laugh to keep from crying, love, okay? I'm sending you some hearts, okay? Boom, there you go. Okay. And so look at what she did. Can everyone see this? Thank you so much for your support. So this is what she did with her own children. So she doesn't even have her own children. She said she had them smuggled in illegally. Now, why? Now, look, she did that last month. You know, and you already know what Trump and Tom Homan are doing. But this is what you're doing. Look at what she did. Okay. So this is what she did with her own children. So now they're at the UAC, the unaccompanied alien child shelter in the Chicago area. So who's taking care of her children? My girls, these illegals are so stupid. They must believe that Sleepy Joe is still in office, thinking they can still get away with. Yeah, my girl, someone answer me. Knowing what Trump and Holman started doing this day one, she just had her kids smuggled last month. Why? In light of everything going on. And then this is what we've been saying. Running from the police is a crime. Alien smuggling is also a crime. So this is the woman right here. Oh, boom. Mayor, there you go. Boss chick. How are you, love? I haven't seen you in a while. And I know people are busy. I understand. I haven't seen Lord Jammer in a while. But hey, life happens and it doesn't ask. It just happens. But we're glad you're here, love. We're still exposing the lies and hypocrisy of the left. We will do that. I don't care. We have 60 people in here now. I don't care if we have one person in here. We're still going to expose it. Rusty, and we want this human trafficker running around the day. Right. She had her children smuggled, and she doesn't even have her own children. In light of everything going on, why would she do this? Richard, seriously, how stupid can you be, but you have this illegal teaching your children, and she doesn't even have her own children? Yes, Baldwin. They're at the UAC camp center. How you doing, Timothy? How are you, love? And make it make sense. I'm trying to understand. Maybe someone help me. They think their sugar honey iced tea don't stink, and their don't point to the ground just like everybody else. You do the crime, you pay with deportation. Yeah. And everything that Trump and Tom Homan and ICE have been doing, you still had your kids smuggled in. MAGA, she made zero good decisions when it came to her children. I wouldn't trust her with my boom. She doesn't have her own. Why would you bring them here in light of everything going on? I don't get that. So yeah, this is that woman who loves children so much. Timothy, I'm doing fine. Hope that you are, love. So they do that with those children, thinking, oh, someone will have sympathy. So this is Ollie Bradley. She, like I said, I've been all over Twitter. I've been getting a lot of information off of Twitter. She made, MAGA, you got it. Zero good decisions. Zero. Okay. And this is the video I shared with you. So those of you just joining us, yes. Oh yeah. This is the lady when they were taking her out of the daycare. And as Ollie said right here, look right here. This is what actually happened. ICE law enforcement did not target a daycare. They did not. Officers attempted to conduct a targeted traffic stop of this female illegal alien from Colombia. Okay, so this is the truth. Just come here legally. If you come illegally, that tells me you don't qualify to come legally. Robert, they're here. You know why they're here, Robert. They were told to come here. Oh. Okay. So we're being told all kinds of lies. And so like I said, I've been hanging out on Twitter. What did he do? Okay. He was a Bulgarian illegal with a rap sheet including domestic battery, aggravated assault, deadly weapon, rape, failure to register as a sex. Oh my, he needs to go back to Bulgaria. He came here from through the CBP app, probably. Oh my God. Chicago, what is this? I don't know how this guy got here, but he's a pretty bad dude. He's old as he is. Oh my God. So yeah, I'm glad people, Trisha McLaughlin, we do have people out here sharing the truth. All right. And here's the truth right here. Here's the whole story. When they attempted to pull her vehicle over, which was registered to a female illegal alien, boom. Law enforcement pursued the vehicle before the assailant. So let me read this for the people in the back. They pursued the vehicle before the assailant sped into a shopping plaza where he and the female passenger fled the vehicle. Everyone see this? So what you heard from all these people and then Emperor Mayor Brandon Johnson was untrue. They ran into a daycare and attempted to barricade themselves inside the daycare, recklessly endangering the children inside. The illegal alien female was arrested inside a vestibule, not in the school. Upon arrest, she lied about her identity. How many crimes has this woman, someone give me a count. How many crimes has she committed? Jeremiah, 14th Amendment needs revisioning. It wasn't ratified for anchor babies. Boom. Trump is working on that. Yes, Richard. Every time I think about Lakin, oh yeah, Tina, oh yeah, and they wouldn't even say her name. So I'm reading that. That's why I'm sharing this story, because all these lies are on the internet about this, and it's not true. All right, where are we? The vehicle is registered in her name, though she claims that she didn't know the man who was driving her car and just picked him up from a bus stop. Okay, so I'm reading the full story. Okay, Rusty, you have it. It's up to about 8 crimes. Thank you, Rusty. Keep account for me. Okay, Richard said 14. I know it's up there. All right, so she's okay. Let me continue. Facts including criminality and information on the male assailant are forthcoming, and we will update the public with more information as soon as it becomes available. So again, they're telling all kinds of lies. Oh my God. And so we're here to dispel the lies. Yeah, we know about this. That's why I didn't go live Wednesday. I was trying to recuperate. All right. But that's all right. We're down, but we're not out, folks. We're not out. Okay. Rusty, right. Rusty, throw another crime on her. She said she just, how you doing, Caesar? She just picked some dude, some random criminal, illegal alien up from the bus station. Okay. How many crimes are we up to now? Rita, you stay away from my girls. Oh my gosh. Saria, deport. Boom. Yes. Oh God. Look at this demon seed here. We know she won. All right. Let me share with you. This was I don't know if you heard about this. Department of War carried out a lethal kinetic strike on a vessel operated by a terrorist organization. Yeah. So they had some narcotics, right? So you probably heard about that. All right. So whatever. That's the end of them. All right. Let me start. I have another video for you. I hope that you are enjoying the content. Blessings to you, Caesar. Richard. Oh my God. And I have another video to share with you. So I told you, once you get on Twitter and you start seeing all of these videos, OMG. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Twitter is full. All right, let me show you this guy. Another crock. I am enjoying spending my Friday evening with all of you. That Spamberg lady is a psycho. Okay, Monique, I agree. How you doing, Barnes? Barnes, that's all they try to do. That's all they ever do. Love you too, Richard. Oh my God. Okay, Cecilia, I'm glad you're here. Has anyone learned anything? I know I have. I told you, I've been on Twitter. I love you too, Richard. Okay, Richard. Let me send Richard some hearts there. Under the Biden administration, 60 million Americans went into poverty. American citizens can't afford to live. American citizens are getting killed left and right. Yeah, we still don't know the true crime stats because they told so many lies. All right, let me show. I've queued this up for you. Okay, we're almost done, folks. Listen to this guy. Well, hold on. Let me see. And so this guy, after ICE agents raided a Chicago daycare Wednesday morning and arrested a teacher that has citizenship documents. This is what they said, which I found out from other research that was not true. What are citizenship documents? Either you're here legally or you're not. Alderperson Andre Vasquez says the city doesn't have time to wait for elections to fix the Trump administration's chaos and calls for Chicagoans to act now. We're all crossing our fingers and hoping for elections to change things, but we don't have that time right now. If you're anybody here in the city of Chicago and you don't have a whistle around your neck and you're not out here doing school patrol, please find time to do so. We need everyone here. So they're trying to get more people in the streets. No, sir.
I feel the same kind of frustration I believe everybody in here feels. We get emails from neighbors all the time. What is the Chicago police going to do about it? What can you do in your level of state government? This is a different moment. We're talking about federal law enforcement and a weaponized government against its people. We're all crossing our fingers and hoping for elections to change things. But we don't have that time right now. In this moment, we've got people over at Broadview. You're talking 150 to 200 people in a place not much bigger than this, maybe 2-3 times this size. They don't have enough space to sleep in. They don't get food. And when we talk,
okay, he's saying they don't have enough space to sleep in. They're not getting proper nourishment. Hey, I have an idea. Go back home and get everything that you want since you feel you're being so mistreated here in America. Stop it.
Talk to organizations like ICE or TRP.
So again, these people, they look at all the Americans that are starving and that are living on the streets. These people don't say anything about Americans. So I'm done. I'm done.
They want those places to continue because it might be the only way to track them. People are,
But they can't be expanded.
definitely not. But what we know is without those there, you might even not know where they are. We have, I think, over 170 citizens that have been detained. So I would say this, we've been watching as these attacks have happened to every community. They've taken away history from our Black community. They've had our trans folks running around in fear.
All right, so he had to drag in the blackity, black. Now he's bringing in the trans community. So you see what they're doing. They're trying to get everyone in protesting, then helping them with their cause. Bye. Jeremiah, I'm confused why the judges are concerned with President Trump not going over the separation of powers, but they can, by telling the president what he can or can't do. Jeremiah, that's mind-boggling to me. My girl said lying scumbag. Yeah. Rita, yes, devils. Speaking with forked tongues, trying to get the Black community, the trans, so trying to get everyone on board. No, ma'am, no, sir. No, right, Caesar, say it for the people in the back, love. Yes.
And now they're taking these actions against, whether you're undocumented or citizens, it is happening.
Okay, everything he's saying is a lie. Those who are legal are fine. If they're detained, they're released. Just like these idiots, Emperor Johnson and all these other lying maggots were saying that Black Americans were being detained and arrested and all of these things. They're all lies to scare people.
So these are the moments in history when everyone asks themselves that same adage, right? What did we do in 1930s Germany? What did we do in 1920s Germany? It's what people are doing now. If you're anybody here in the city of Chicago and you don't have a whistle around,
this has nothing to do with what was going on in Germany in the 1930s and 1940s. So stop with your propaganda.
On your neck, and you're not out here doing school patrol, please find time to do so. We need everyone here. They're attacking blue cities. They're attacking blue states. We need to take it that seriously. And I want to thank every single person, every organization. You guys were doing so much with so little before it got this bad. And now we need everybody in Chicago to show what Chicago is all about. So I thank all of you for that work. We're now
Barnes. There it's falling on deaf ears. This is what I voted for, so he doesn't realize. And our great sister Prosperity and all the people in Chicago who have more than 2 brain cells and who are intelligent like Miss Prosperity, they're not coming out there to march and vote with you. They voted for what we voted for. There are 54 of us in this chat right now, and this is what we voted for. So stop it. Rita, they make me sick when they call folks Nazis. Such ignorant, uneducated morons. Boom. Yeah, they throw that word around, and I don't like that either. Okay? It's not right. It is not right.
not going anywhere. We keep us safe.
So he said we're not going anywhere and we keep us safe. So he's trying to get people out in the streets. That's what he's trying to do. And this idiot, they're still upset about SNAP and all the rulings from the judges. Yeah. Who cares what these people are saying? It's unreal. So let me share one more short story with you. Two in words that should never be said. Jet lag, what are you talking about, love? I'm not clear. Let me know. I know it's kind of hard because YouTube may block you or something, but tell me what you're trying to tell me. Tijuana, as a citizen, if I'm stopped and asked for information, I'll gladly show my driver's license and passport card. I'm not going to take off running. It's Tijuana. Yeah, because they're talking about, oh, look at everything they're doing to the black people in Washington and where was it? St. Louis. Not St. Louis. Where is it? That's so bad. Washington, Chicago, all these places that are horrible. Look at what they're doing to black people. Stop it. Again, if I were living in a community like that, Tijuana, if they asked for my ID, I would gladly provide it. I have not committed any crimes. I have no qualms with that. No problem. Robert, yes, and she doesn't have her children now. They're still at the center. Funny, I haven't seen any of them crying about falling gas prices. They'll find a way, though. Boom. Yes, Robert. Yes, Brenda. Jim Crow Joe Biden called us garbage. Yes. The Democrats are the elites. They tell you what they think about you, but people ignore them. And they're still spewing this, how hungry people are. President Trump, keep fighting. These federal judges, oh my God, they've got to go. They've got to go. So let me show you. I don't know how many of you heard about this. Let me show you this guy right here. And then we're done. Because they're talking about, oh, everyone came over here for a better life and they're not out here committing crimes. And we know that's a bald-faced lie. Did anyone hear about this guy? Let me know. Okay. A Venezuelan migrant, 19-year-old Daniel Navas Mavier, has been charged with first-degree murder after prosecutors say he stalked and ambushed a group of teens near 47th and Union in the Canaryville neighborhood of Chicago, fatally shooting a 15-year-old and critically wounding a 12-year-old. So has anyone heard any of these Democrats talking about this? And this, I mean, if I had all night, I could share many other cases with you, but I don't have that kind of time because you don't either, because it's Friday and we're tired. Right, Jeremiah? Yes, Monique. Right, Rita? They're coming over here for a free ride on the American taxpayer's dime. Boom. Robert, that's all they do. No, all those poor parents. Oh my God. let me see. I think, was it the 15-year-old that died? I think the 15-year-old died. And according to the detention petition, Navas Mavier borrowed his aunt's SUV, picked up a student from Tilldale High School, and followed the unsuspecting boys before parking and opening fire. Now, where did he get a weapon? Caesar, the mainstream media will call him a troubled youth who needs help. Yeah. Yes, he did, Patriot. Someone's knocking at the door. Somebody's ringing the bell. Somebody's knocking at the door. Somebody's ringing the bell. Do me a favor. Open the door and let them in. Oh my God. Tijuana, tell. All right, Wings. Woo! Yes. A lot of people don't know about Wings. Paul McCartney and Wings had a lot of hits. God. You want a love to last forever. One that will never fade away. Stick around, I'll say. It's coming up. Oh, I love Wings. I still have a Wings album around here somewhere. So anyway, they had surveillance footage on this guy. Yeah, he stole his aunt's, borrowed his aunt's SUV, picked up a student. So they were hunting these teenage. Well, one was 12, one was 15. Oh yeah. Silly love songs is good. Oh yeah. The best song from Wings though is don't say it. Don't say it. Say anything, but don't say goodnight tonight. Don't say it. Don't say it. You can say anything. Don't say goodnight tonight. That's my favorite Wings song. All right. So anyway, when he was arrested by police, he had a 9mm handgun. Whoa. So again, I know the Democrats won't talk to you about this, but I will. All right, let me see. Here we are. So let me show you his story. So again, now with him, I don't know if this guy has any children, but in the eyes of the Democrats, oh, he didn't do anything wrong. Oh, Richard, yes. I believe that they won't stop until he's out, and that's what we need JD. But yeah, Greg, they're trying everything. One guy in the grocery store said they added a 24% tax on the grass. What? Oh my God. Lori, how you doing, love? Lori, I guess I missed you because there are like 60 people in here. But hello, Lori. I didn't do that on purpose. I'm sorry I missed you, okay? I try to acknowledge everyone because, again, there are thousands of content creators. So I definitely feel it's important to acknowledge you, okay? Anyone else I missed? Charge it to my head, not my heart. When we get this many people in here and all these comments, sometimes I will miss one. So yeah, here's this guy stalking other people. All right. Tracked them home, secured the government's clothing. So yeah, this guy. So what do you think about that? For all of these hardworking, all of these hardworking migrants, they're just coming here for a better life. Richard, I don't either. I don't care at this point. All of these sad stories, I don't care. I don't want to hear it. I told you my mantra is dial 1-800. Who cares? I don't. I don't. And that's just where I'm at. Again, get back to taking care of Americans, and then I'll talk to you. Until then, nope. I'm not doing it. Okay. That the same guy. No, this is someone different. Yes, Rita. Saria, did I miss you, love? I thought I sent you some hellos. Saria, I'm sorry, love. Yeah, when there are this many people, the comments are coming quickly. Type it again if I missed your comment, okay? I promise I will address it. Hey Jude. That's one of my favorite Beatles songs. It is. Yeah. That's one of my all-time favorites. No joke. Lori in California, we have gas tax. Yes, Richard. Andre Vasquez. Yes, Robert. Right, Mayor? Yeah. So I just wanted to show, like I said, I have so many others that I could share with you. You would not believe. But we don't have that kind of time, and I have to save it for tomorrow, right? I'll be live tomorrow. I don't know if any of you are aware, another illegal immigrant truck driver crashes and killed an innocent American. So these crashes now, they're all coming out. Whereas before, we didn't know that it was illegals that were killing people with these big rigs. Combat medic. Hello, love. Yes. Let me send Combat's some kitty cats over here. All right, to make him happy. All right, make her happy. Okay, so yeah. Another illegal immigrant truck driver killed an American. MAGA. How long has this been going on? It's just now we're hearing about it. How long has this been going on, but we weren't hearing about it? Because you know it didn't just start. Right, Rusty? Our country is full of illegal immigrants, and we really do not know how many. Tina, we don't. We don't. Hit the like button for me, please, folks. Monique, how many videos? I've done what? About 3 videos on that. The DMV, people being paid money under the table. Yeah. Right, Cecilia? How long have they been killing Americans, but we just did not know because it was under the radar? Seeing that Abigail Spanberger gets me infuriated because of how loony she is. Robert, I know. Richard, yes. And again, this didn't just start. It's just now it's being reported. Okay? So, yeah. So think about that, folks. And if you're driving, near a big rig, mash on that accelerator and try to get away from that rig as quickly as possible because you do not know and you don't want to become another victim. God knows. So that's all I have for you. I will probably be on tomorrow morning about 10:30, 11 o'clock ish, something like that. But I wanted to get on and have some time with you and see what you thought about the subject matter that I started discussing. Those of you who are just joining, you might need to do the replay to see what you missed. But we covered it, the lies that they're spewing. Okay. So I don't know why Mayor Johnson just needs to just shut up because every time he opens his mouth, he lies. And we're calling them out. We keep exposing it and we will continue to do that. Thank you for hitting the like button, folks. You're really helping to share the channel. Share all the new people that have subscribed. Please share it on your social media pages, okay? And that's all we're going to do. I hope I answered all of your questions. Watch a video sometimes of how they drive in India. Oh, Rusty, yeah. Yes. I agree. Tina, I will. Oh my God. Tube Steak, how you doing, love? Oh my God. Tube Steak is in the Tube Steak. We're done. So you're going to have to do the replay. Okay, love? Is that all right? Combat medic. Oh yeah, I got you. You know I got you. Winter is here again. Oh Lord. Not seeing his name. Mostly. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. I've been trying to make it home. Got to make it before too long. No, he's not. No, he's not. You're right. Oh, I can't take this very much longer. Ooh, the wheel in the sky keeps on turning. I don't know where I'll be tomorrow. I'll be right here with you. I will be right here with you. Journey, boom. When the lights go down in the city and the sun shines on the bay. Who I wanna be there. My voice is gone at the end of the day because I've been talking to my students all day, but I've enjoyed you. Yes. Yes, Maga. Good night. Yeah. I've enjoyed you all. I'll be live tomorrow morning. And probably 11 o'clock ish. You know, they're still protesting. So I may do another monster stream where I'm just live streaming the idiots out there protesting. Oh, Journey. I mean, Tijuana. Yeah, I have the greatest hits in the truck, baby. I love Journey. Bella Boo. Thank you for dropping in again. I think you're new here. Yeah. Gypsy. And you see your gypsy. Oh my God. Fleetwood Mac. Do. Yes, Gypsy, we're leaving, love. But make sure you catch the replay, okay? I'll be live in the morning about 11, probably 10:30, 11 o'clock-ish, somewhere like that. Okay? Yeah, everyone enjoy the rest of your Friday night. Please, if you go out, please be safe. Yes, love you too, Tijuana. Be safe. I want to see you tomorrow. Yeah, Jeremiah, thank you, because my girls didn't notice it, and I didn't either, I guess. Woo! All right, I'm coming to talk to you right now in the comment section. I love you. Be safe. And hopefully StreamYard will be back to normal tomorrow, and I'll have my bright, cheery colors because I don't know what's going on. Thank you, Baldwin. But I am tomorrow we'll probably be live streaming the riots, the No Kings riot, the idiots, so we could just sit there and laugh. You know how we do. Love you. Be safe. I'm coming to talk to you right now